Adam here with Brooksaw Antiques. Today we have this 1972 Olivetti Studio 45 vintage portable typewriter. I'm going to show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. This one was made in Barcelona, Spain, but these are also made in Italy. And this is one of the top typewriters of all time. I personally would rank this up there, top 5. It's my favorite Olivetti, which is saying a lot because the Olivetti Latera 32 is one of the most iconic typewriters of all time. And this is a much bigger version of that, basically like a super Olivetti Latera. Super refined, super smooth, just a beautiful typewriter. It's got a hard plastic shell, so that's one of the differences. They changed it from metal to make it lighter weight. This is actually high quality plastic though, versus like something like the Hermes 3000, which went really thin plastic. All right, up top is the adjustable paper guide. This helps you guide the page in straight and line that up with the edge of the platen, which is the main roller that feeds the paper. This is the left margin. I'm going to set that on 0 and the right one around 80. And this is the paper support arm that flip up from the back. And this is the paper bail that sits on top. It's got 2 adjustable rollers and a scale. And if you end up, this is pretty straight, but if you end up loading the page crooked, you can use the paper release on the right side there. Flip that forward. That unlocks the rollers underneath the platen, allowing you to straighten that out, flip it back, and then it's perfect straightness. You can do that with any typewriter. Once you hear the bell, you're near the end of the margin. Hit this line space, get you back to the beginning, and it skips 1, 2, or 3. Basically, on 1, it skips 2 half spaces. On 2, it skips 3 half spaces. And on 3, it skips 4 half spaces. So you got single, 1.5, and double space. We're going to keep that on single for now and finish typing. As you can see, all the keys type nice and none of them skip or stick. I'll type a sentence in red on the next line and switch from black to red. There's a switch on the right side here. Flip that down to the red indicator. It prints the bottom portion of the ribbon, which is red. When you have it in the middle on the white indicator, it prints no ink at all. Just leaves a stencil for copying purposes. When you have it up top on the blue indicator, it prints the top portion of the ribbon, which is black. We're going to move that down for red. Beautiful. It's got a perfect touch, if you ask me. The Olivetti Latera 32 is a little bit too light for my taste. Elite typeface, prints 10 or 12 characters per inch. Beautiful print. Known for precision, accuracy, and smooth, light operation. To pull the page out easy, there's a switch on the right side. Flip that forward, it unlocks the rollers underneath the platen, allowing you to pull the page out easy or load thicker paper like carbon copy or cardstock. Make sure you flip that back before you load the next page, or else it won't load correctly. Going to flip these down for now. Got a shift on each side and a shift lock on the left. To clear that, just hit the shift button again. This blank button here is your margin release. When you get to the end of the margin, there's a mechanism that blocks you from printing. Hit that margin release. It does allow you to get past that. So typically on most traditional typewriters, you don't have a 1 key or an exclamation point. So for the 1 key is this lowercase l, and for the exclamation point is shift 8, which is the apostrophe. You backspace it and then hit the period. Olivetti, I don't think they really ever introduced the 1 key on your traditional American keyboard. Even on the newer models, this is 72, and they still didn't put it in there. I don't know why. I guess just wanted to stay traditional. We're going to put that color back on black. Okay, we already did the backspace. Smooth, light, powerful. Tab button below that, the red button. So right now we have tab set on 10 space intervals, so I'm just going to go through and clear each one of them by flipping the switch down on the left to the C for clear. Very light on everything pretty much, and that's just what Olivetti is known for. So now we don't have any tab set, but I always like to set one somewhere in the middle, so that way when you hit the tab button, it doesn't go slamming all the way to the end, causing wear and tear on your typewriter. So just flip that switch up to the S for the set one, down to clear one, up to set one. I'm just going to keep that one set there. And I always forget, a lot of typewriters have a little hole in the card holder, and that's where you can draw a straight line, either horizontally or vertical, by sticking a pen or a pencil in there and just moving the carriage like this, and or just feeding it through like that will give you a horizontal line. This top panel pops open from the top. It hooks into the back You want to be careful. It is hard plastic, it's really strong hard plastic, but it can break. They don't make them anymore, so you want to be careful with unless you can find parts online, which is not easy to do anymore. All the brand new ribbons loaded on the left side, so it's pulling clockwise to the right. If you want to switch that direction manually, the side you want it to go to, you just flip the little switch behind it that's holding the ribbon piece. It'll swap to that side, and that's meant to catch the eyelet at the end of the ribbon um, and swap it automatically to the side it needs to go to. And if you don't have an eyelet at the end, a little metal piece, then you can tie a knot, and that should usually do the trick. So we're going to hook this in from the back first and then push down. And these little stoppers could be gripping on that pretty tight, so just be careful when you're pulling that off. You don't want to break that. This is the carriage lock. Flip it down to lock it when you move the carriage to the middle. Flip it up to unlock it. Just like that. Carriage release on both sides. Super smooth. It's got the bearings versus the 44 that rides on a rail on the back and the 22. So this more mimics the 32 instead of the 22, which 22 was the original Latera that kind of broke, I don't want to say broke the internet, but it broke the world because that thing was just a masterpiece. This is kind of building off of that into the 32 and then the Studio 45. If you push the button on the left knob, it disables the spacing so you can get to an exact spot on the page. You let it go, you get the clicks. Each one of those clicks is a half a space. Same concept when you move the line space selector all the way back to 0, you disable the spacing. Flip it to the 1, you get the clicks. And that's it. Now available on eBay or Etsy. Search Brooksaw Antiques.